This is a twice yearly occurrence. The palm trees are being trimmed. If you don't trim them, they get the fruit, the berries, it drops everywhere. The next thing you know, you've got miniature palm trees growing everywhere, and they're a pain in the backside to get rid of. So yeah, twice a year, the guys come round, chop the top, give them a severe haircut, and yeah, everything looks lovely. This is all the conduit with the lighting inside. It's run around the perimeter of the room, so now we can hide it in the cavity and also in the ceiling void. I'm not an electrician, but we kind of learnt on the job, but we tested it as we went along, and as we extended a wire or did something, it all kind of worked out, and it all worked. And also we put some new lighting in for the room and new sockets in for the room, which we hadn't tested, but I'm pretty confident it's going to work. This is hopefully the last 100 bricks. The reason I picked them up in the green machine is they charge you 18 euros to deliver, plus you have to wait for a day. So yeah, the bricks don't arrive and end up in the underbuild magically by themselves. It's hard graft. From there we have to run them down the steps, around the corner, and then inside. But hey, I needed to lose a few pounds, as you can see. This is just finishing off the electrical work. All we're actually doing is we're extending the actual cables, and where we're extending the cables, we're introducing a junction box on the wall. So we're not actually altering any of it, we're just extending some of the cables because they ran across the ceiling. So it's quite simple, but just laborious work. As you can see now, all the junction boxes are in place, and this is now ready for me to brick up. Just doing the last one. We left the brickwork all down to that height so we can install the new boxes. Yeah, all done. Now this is all the block work and the brickwork around the perimeter, all finished. So you can see we built the junction boxes in the wall. All the electricals are in the cavity. Where they're hanging out the ceiling, there will be a wall there, so that will be hanging down and running down and chased into a wall. And that's a good lady. She used a bit of a mosaic tiles there to fill that hole up. The whole access hole is still there. And we knocked through some vents on the outside. These are going to be the air vents. So this is how we're going to ventilate this actual room. It will have probably an equivalent to about 2 foot by 1 foot hole ventilation, but you won't have any windows. So that's it before we built any of the internal wall. Oh yeah, by the way, happy birthday, Jake. That's the hole in the study. We've blocked that up, and we've actually built the study wall here, so you can see this is now looking a little bit more like a room. This is where the bathroom's going to be. And we've got 60 bags of plaster. Again, they didn't miraculously get downstairs on their own, hard graft. That will be the little shower cubicle we got there. And where I'm standing now will be the stairs. You'll see that in a later episode. So there's a little shower cubicle, and in here you'll have a macerating toilet and a macerating shower. And that's the door going into one of the rooms. This is the door going into the other bedroom. So we still have the access hole here. That's where we come in with all the materials. That will be a little wardrobe, a little built-in wardrobe, and again the door there. So it's all looking good. And this is room pretty much finished. There's the air vent at the other end of the room we've cut in. Again, we're just now ready for door liners for the main door and for the cupboards. And then this room's pretty much done. So yeah. Oh, here we are. It's not all work. This is around a friend of ours. It's not our pool, but again, we will be having a pool, and that's in the future. So again, that's another job I'll be doing. That'll be an interesting one to watch. But the reality is, you do need something to get out of the heat in August, and this is what we have: a paddling pool. But I'll tell you what, it's absolutely gorgeous. There we go. Sunday afternoon with a beer. Brilliant. These are all the wooden door lines, all made up, and they were made to measure, and I fitted them, or me and the good lady fitted them, and now all these rooms are kind of ready for plastering. But yeah, it's a little walk through. Still haven't bricked up that hole, but that's to come. Need to knock another access hole through first, so there we go, door liners are in. And here we go, knocking out access. Did most of this work up to this stage with a hammer and bolster because my Kango broken. Saw one in the paper for €39, so popped down to Almiradi and bought it. And yeah, much easier. But that's the makeup of the ceiling. They have these terracotta pots, and then on top of that, about 6 inches of concrete, and then we're through. But obviously the concrete is reinforced, so I'm cutting the reinforcing bars here so I can go it out. Again, dirty, messy, horrible job from underneath. Didn't want to do it from above because it would create too much dust in the house. But yeah, so it was can going from below. Maybe a bit of concrete and muck that fell on me. But it had to be done. As I said before, a heavy bit of concrete that came out, or dust, fell down on me. And we put a towel over the hole, so as we were knocking down, we were getting no dust upstairs. But yet, finally, we broke through. And there we go. Looking downstairs, upstairs into downstairs. And this is the hole when we've enlarged it. Now we can brick up the openings downstairs so there's no access to the property apart from through the front door and down through the stairwell we've knocked. So yep, and I'm glad to get it all secure and all blocked up. This is the last bit. This is just finishing off a hole, neatening it up. We've still got a little bit more work to be done, just the final trimming of the tiles to get them to the exact size, but that's to be decided depending on what sort of banister or what we're putting on the top or how it's going to be. Yep, so that's the finished stairwell opening. We've got to finesse the hole. It's going to be a little bit wider, a couple of mil, a little bit longer, but no, that's basically it. So we're happy with that. All the mucky stuff is done. Yeah, so we're well pleased. So next time, got a bit of this, a little bit of that, and